Hey there, welcome to this video. I'm going to give you a bit of a snapshot of a website build that I'm going to do. It's for a fictional business, but there's a few purposes that I want to go through in the video to show you what WordPress is capable of doing, what you can do with WordPress, and also the Gutenberg editor, the block editor, has come a long way with certain plugins that you can add in, like block plugins that you can structure out pages so you can build things really easily. And thirdly, I want to show you how to do it all for free using all free plugins that are currently available, so you too can do this. Plus a bonus fourth is to give you kind of like a bit of a idea of how I design websites, my process. I'm only human, I'm not perfect. I'll be the first one to agree with that. But you can have a look at some of the design philosophies that I go through in this build, and just gives you a bit of a, I guess, over the shoulder look at how I build sites and what I think about when I do that. So yeah, so let's get cracking, shall we? So what you're looking at now is pretty much a empty canvas. So it's not exhaustive. I'm not going to go through every little step I take in terms of installing WordPress, installing plugins, but I will go through the themes that I choose, the plugins that I've chosen for this particular build, and we'll just go through it, and you'll see pretty much from beginning to end the whole process. So yeah, here we go. So the first thing I want to premise is that yes, this is a fictional business. I am making it up. A lot of the content's going to be just lorem ipsum stuff. It's not even going to be real content. I will put in certain content in certain areas that will be applicable for it, but at the moment it's just going to be dummy text. I will be using the Delorium Ipsum generator. So if you haven't checked this out, it just allows you to go and grab content from the good old Back to the Future series. So yeah, it's really cool. Anyway, so let's get cracking. So as you're looking at it now, you're not seeing much here. So it's just got the basic archive template for the home page. We've got a sample page set up. Basically everything that's created from when you install WordPress from the beginning. Again, I won't be going through the process of installing WordPress and all that, so you won't see that, but yeah. Anyway, we'll get into the back end of the site. So if you're not already familiar with WordPress, you just go wp/wp-admin. That will then give you a login screen, and then you'll be able to get into the dashboard. But I have already logged into the dashboard. That's why you can see this bar at the very top here, where I can just go into the dashboard here, and voila, here is the dashboard. So the thing I'm going to take you through now is all the plugins that I've installed, and all the themes that I've installed. So again, these are all free. I haven't tried to look for any. They're all free plugins, but you can upgrade them to premium to get more advanced functions out of those plugins. But I've really strictly kind of wanted to do this video purely for the sake of like going, well, what's out there that's available for free? You don't have to pay for them, and can you get a decent site out of those free plugins? So that's, I guess, one of the other purposes. So there's five purposes, lots of purposes. So anyway, let's get going. So the first thing I want to show you is the theme that I've installed, and again, this is a free theme, and this is called the Blocksy theme. So called Blocksy. Installed that, and I'm going to enable auto updates, and then I've installed the child theme for the Blocksy theme. Now, you don't have to do this. I just do that out of habit because child themes are good, because I might want to add custom functionality to it later. But if you're just starting out, you don't really need the child theme, because all the customizations are in the theme itself, in the parent theme. So yeah, so let me just explain why we might use the child theme. So why we use a child theme is we might add additional coding on top of the parent theme, and then of course when the parent theme gets updated, that functionality could get overwritten if we had put it onto the parent theme. But having a child theme, you put your code customizations into the child theme, and then when Blocksy parent theme gets updated by the developer in the future, then you can safely update that theme, and it will not overwrite the changes you made on the child theme. Hopefully that's explained that. So okay, so again, I'll go through the plugins. So I'll explain why I've installed these, and we may actually install more as we go along. In fact, there is one that I haven't added to it yet, which is for the SEO component, but we'll get to that. So let's go through Fluent Forms. So Fluent Forms is a really great form plugin. Again, this is the free version. There is a pro version that gives you added functionality, but out of the box, Fluent Forms is awesome. It's a really good form builder. So that's what we'll be using for our contact page. The Get Params plugin that I've got here is going to be for generating content based on a query string. That may not mean much now, but when I go through it, it will. But it's essentially going to help with us setting up the personalized thank you page once the contact form has been submitted. So I'll explain that as we build that. Then I've got GetWid. GetWid is a Gutenberg block builder, or blocks I should say. It's a series of blocks that you can get for the builder, which adds extra functionality to the Gutenberg block editor. Instant images. So this is a really quick way to install images from the free repository called Unsplash. So if you go to unsplash.com, you'll see a whole bunch of images that you can get and download and use for free on your websites, whatever. It's all open source, copyright free, all that sort of stuff. Like you can just use the images, and you may, when you see them, you may see images that you recognize around the web, so because other people have used them. I've got safe SVG, so if we want to upload any SVG files to the site, we can using this plugin. Stackable Gutenberg blocks, again similar to GetWid, but it adds additional blocks that I use. Ultimate add-ons for Gutenberg, again extends the block builder or block editor, adds more blocks to the for us to be able to create things nice and visually in the editor, which I'll go through more. Updrive Plus backup and restore. This is a popular backup and restore for your website. So if you are making changes or you want to make a backup so you don't lose everything, that's a really good plugin to have. And I've got WebP Converter for media, which is really great because there's a new image format called WebP. Well, it's been around for a while now, but all the browsers, or most modern browsers, support WebP image format. And WebP format is compression rates are better than JPEG or PNG, so that gives us smaller file sizes for our images and faster load speeds. So we want faster website load speeds. That's the ultimate. Now, there's one plugin that I'm going to install. So again, I haven't done this. It's called Rankmath. So this is a pretty cool, popular SEO plugin that you might install. You may have heard of Yoast SEO. That's another popular one as well. This one does similar things to it. You can connect your account. I'm not going to do that for now. And I'll just skip all that stuff. I will turn on the 404 monitor and the redirections as well. So if any URLs are updated, they are automatically updated to be redirected to that. So that's pretty cool. Now there's another plugin that I will install, but at a I'll do it at a later date. It is a caching plugin. I use a premium paid one in my developments called WP Rocket, which is really awesome. But there is a free one called WP Fastest Cache, and it helps to just decrease load speeds and server-side downloads and all that sort of stuff. It's pretty cool. So, alrighty, so let's go back to our. I'm going to open up the website in another tab, as you'll see. I've got the dashboard open in one tab, and I've got the front end of the website open in the other tab, so I can see what's going on. And I do flick between the two, and that's always good to have. Yeah, that's why I have sort of two tabs open, or normally a whole bunch of other tabs as well after a while. So, okay, so a couple of settings we need to go through. So go to General Settings. So the business name, the fictional business name is called Firestone Capital. Could be potentially one out there that's called that, but so yeah, I'll call it Firestone Capital. Let's say building your wealth for future prosperity. I'm just making this up, by the way. And alrighty, so if I go over here now and I refresh, then this title here will change to Firestone Capital. Now I do have a logo that I've created for this as well, so I will be punching that in. So let's first go through the theme customization, the theme customizer. Okay, so we go to Appearance and then Customize, and this is so the reason why I've used Blocksy is because I've found that Blocksy has got a lot of features and functionality in it that we don't need to get add-ons for. And we certainly, and there is a pro version of Blocksy which gives you additional features, but I've found that the free version, if you're just building something simple, is ideal. It's really great. Like there's so many features in it that you don't really need to pay for the upgrade. So it's really good theme, and I really love it. And it's light as well. It's not so code heavy, so it's a really good feature of it as well. But yeah, you get a whole bunch of different options in here, which is just really amazing. So I'm going to go through General first. We'll go to Layout, and everything looks pretty good. 1290 is a good site layout. I'll keep that. We'll keep all that. And I will add the scroll to top. I'll add the scroll to top, and so you can just turn it on and then go to the little arrow, and then it will I might turn that to a circle, might make the icon a little bit bigger, like 16. I might change the icon to this, and yeah, we may come back and change some of this later, but at the moment, actually what I'll do is I will just use the theme colors. Cool, so you got your initial and then your hover state, so I'll just do that. Now, colors, I'm going to go to colors, so this is where you can set all your default theme colors, which is really neat. It's really cool. You can just pull in all this stuff, and it's just and that just populates across. So any hover over, so links hover over, that's the hover color when you hover over a link, so you can see it turn blue. So you can change it to a different color as well, which is pretty awesome. But you know, I'm just going to keep everything the same. Now I will change the typography, because I will use Montserrat as the what am I saying? As the font type, the font family. I'll change it to 18, so it's a little bit more easy to read on the eye. As you can see, that that updates that automatically for you. And now I'm going to go to the header builder. This is really cool. What I love about this is that you can add elements into your header. So obviously we've got the logo over here. So what I'll do is I'll go set the logo, and I'll go to my Finder, desktop, and we'll change this logo, and I'll drop that in there. I'll select that, and you'll see now that that's now coming up. Now I'm not going to have the site title, so I'll turn that off. So I've just got the logo showing. Then I'm going to increase this to 100, so we can make that a little bit bigger, and we can have the tagline on if we want, but I won't. I'm just going to have the logo. Then I'm going to go and add a button into the top here as well. So I'm going to go drag that over to the side here, and you will notice now a button appears in the header next to the search icon, which is pretty nice. So then I can go and click on that button, and it will I'll be able to go and change the settings, and I might change it to a ghost because I really like ghost, and the size I'll go to make it a medium. Notice that the logo's gotten a little bit smaller now, so I'll have to go readjust that. Now this is the main call to action, so I'm just going to call this free consult. Again, this is just made up. You can again, you work out sort of what your main call to action is what you want people to do on the site. So yeah, free consult might be something that you offer as a way to get your lead to get your first leads, or your leads to convert on your website. So yeah, maybe like get free consult, or inquire now, or something. Like, it could just be anything that you want. So I might just keep it as get free consult. So that's the initial, like, first somebody comes in and then they're like, okay, how do I engage this business and what do I do with them? So back to the logo, back to over here, and just gotta set that back to 100 again. It was fine before, but yeah, cool. So now I'm gonna go and change the menu here, because I think that's in the header builder. So I'm just going to go into the header, down into the menu here, menu settings. You can actually just cycle through a bunch of different types. So that one has like a line that appears when you hover over it. This one is a color, and this one is a line above and below, which is pretty neat. I am going to keep it simple though, and but I'm going to change the size of the logo, the menu, to 16, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And the colors, I might go to black, because that's not really black, so got to match the Firestone in here. And it is a Montserrat, but I will change the don't want it italic. Let's just go regular. Yeah, regular is nice. Cool. And nice. Okay, so I'm going to publish those settings. So now when we go back to the front end and we refresh, then we'll get our logo, get our button, and everything else. This is how the search also works as well. It's a full page search. This is pretty nice. Cool. Alright, so that's going to be my get free. So I'm just going to point that to the contact page. So what I'll do is I'll go to the, over here, and I will put /contact, because that's going to be the name of the link. Now, normally, if I was going to do a full build, obviously a proper build, I would send this link, this button, off to a landing page, which then says, okay, this is what you get in your free consult. all that sort of stuff. So you know, these are the benefits of that free consult, what is included in that. But for the time being, I'm just going to go and send it to the contact page, because I'm going to just keep things really simple right now. So obviously the contact page doesn't exist yet, so if I refresh and then go to get free consult, oops, that page can't be found, so so that's fine, we'll build that. Okay, now, so what we can do now is we'll get out of the customizer and go back to the back end or dashboard of the sites. We'll go to pages, and this is where we're going to start building out things. So we got our sample page here, so I'm going to just quick edit this, and I'm going to call this home, like so, and that's going to be pretty much the first page we're going to start with, really. Then we're going to build out all the other pages as we go. So it's going to be a 5-page website. It's going to be home, about, services, blog, and contact. And there's going to be a contact thank you page as well. That's going to be the personalized. It's going to be the personalized thing, the personalized thank you page. So let's go straight into our home. We're going to go straight into edit this page. So here it is. Here's our wonderful Gutenberg WordPress editor. Now, this is set to full width. Now, I don't really like this. I like to sort of have the sidebar menu, so it's easy to navigate around. So I go up to the 3 little dots, and then I untick full screen mode, and then that brings all of this back again, like the top bar and the sidebar here. Another thing I turn off under preferences is include pre-published checks. So when we go to update, don't worry about that little message. That was a bit of a glitch. Yeah, by turning off that include pre-published checks, it stops it from. That didn't really work, did it? Okay, that's interesting. Normally it brings up a pop-up that says, "Are you sure you want to update this page?" And then you got to click publish again, and it's a bit annoying, so I turn that off. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to clear all this. So I just went Command A on my Mac keyboard, or you could go Control A on your PC keyboard. That selects all the blocks, and that will delete all the blocks that are selected. Okay, so now that we're on the home page, we've got to figure out what it is that we want. What are the components of the home page? So now typically what we want, so this is what I'm going to include. So I'm going to have the hero top banner at the top with the call to action. Under that I'm going to have a services section, which is just going to outline the services that the business does. Then I'm going to have another section of that which is trust factors, which is called Why Choose Us. So it's going to be 6 reasons. Under that it's going to have testimonials. Under that is going to be who we are, a little bit of a blurb about the business, with a read more button that's going to link off to the about page. And then we're going to have the blogs section under that, just 3 of the latest blogs, and a call to action. And that call to action, we're going to create a reusable block, which then we can reuse over on other websites, on other pages of the website. So we can just add it in. And then the cool thing about that is that if we make changes to one of those reusable blocks on any of the pages, it automatically changes across the whole website. So we don't have to then go into every single page and update that call to action section. I will show you this, it's really cool. Alrighty, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, so I've installed all those plugins again. And what we can do is we can go to the plus here and we can see all those plugins that I've added, all the block plugins. So if I scroll down to just where the plugins I've got, so I've got Rankmath in there, got the ultimate add-ons block for that plugin. So we're going to be using the post grid and some other things as well in that. Then we got Get Weird. Now I may not use any of these blocks as well, and the cool thing is that they're pretty light, so they don't load on the page if you don't use them. So I've just added these in here just to basically go, give me some sort of design flexibility, so I can just go in and try a whole bunch of different things. Some things work and some things don't. So you always got to sort of work around what works and what doesn't, based on the design that you're after. So yeah, so let's get weird, and then we've got the stackable stuff down here as well. I do use the stackable stuff quite a bit because I do like it. It's really nice, and just the options that you have with these as well are really nice over in the sidebar when you add something. So the first thing we're going to add is it's going to be a stackable block, and it's going to be called a container. So yep, that's fine. So I've just added a container here. So this is going to be like a section. So this is where it's going to hold my hero banner image with a call to action in it. So now I normally go to plain because I don't want that white sort of box around it. So then I'm going to add another block, and this one's going to be called an advanced heading. So I'm going to center align that, and I'm going to keep that just like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to add a button. So again, I'm pretty much just sticking with the stackable stuff right now because they're really good. And you've just got a lot of design styling options as well over here. Like, I can turn that into a ghost plane or link. It's just really nice. You can do so much with it. So this is going to be like a full width section with the title, and I'll have a little blurb under that as well, and then the call to action. So this is going to be the call to action here. And what I'll do is I'll just go through and just set all this up. So okay, so the title for this for the header is going to be like key benefit statement. And the description under that's going to be key benefit statement. Actually, this is probably more of a headline. Key benefit statement description. And the other cool thing about this is you can turn these off if you don't need them. So you just sort of click, subtitle, tick them on and off, and then that just allows you to sort of go, okay, that's all I want. Okay, so I am going to add just a block background to this so I can just distinguish it between all the other sections. So yes, we will be adding an image to it, but just for now I'm just going to build out the design of the page, and then we're going to go and style everything later, add images and all that sort of stuff. But I just want to get pretty much the framework down pretty quickly first. And if I update it here and I go and view the site on the front end, you will not see anything yet. If I go to the home link over here, you'll see that it's got the section here. So I will be turning off the page titles here as well in the Customiser. So I've got to do that. But at the moment, the home page is still set to see the blog archive, but I do want it to see the home page, so I will do that. But first, we'll just get through this, and we'll work through the build here. So, okay, so we have the hero and the top section. What I will do is I'll bring back the subtitle because I want that back. So the next section we're going to have under that is, again, I'm just going to go and add a container. Go to plain. And then in here, so I'm going to have like 3 core services going across the page here. So, and then people can just sort of select them, and then they can go to the to the specific page, like the specific services on the services page. And I'll show you how to do all that too. So in this block, I'm going to go and add a column. And again, I'm just going to stick with the stackable stuff. So we've got 2 columns. I'm going to change that to 3. And yes, now there are design options that you can sort of build as well. In terms of like using design library, there's a stackable design library that you can install and just build pages out really quickly. I find that sometimes that doesn't work, or it does work. It's really neat. Like if you go to design library, it brings up all the different design content that you can bring in. The problem that I've found though is that when I do that, it doesn't strictly adhere to the theme's width, content width. It'll push content outside the content width of the theme that I've set up, and so it just becomes a bit problematic. So I tend to just build stuff, and that just tends to sort of get me out of trouble because it's just yeah, it really just doesn't work well. So I tend to just I did not want to do that. Let's go back. Yeah, so I just tend to build stuff out. So in these 3 sections here, we're going to just add a another block here called sorry, I'm going to call it a oh, there we go, card. Do have a card. You know, I'm going to use the card because the card is pretty neat. So just go 1 column. Cool. Cards are really good because you can just set things up really easily. Okay. And the other cool thing is that we can go into our column settings here and we can just well, what we'll do is we'll don't want to do that. Not advanced column. I do want to go in here and I want to duplicate this. How did I get this up here? Huh. I've got these to show up here, but I don't want them there. I want them to show up on the actual block that I'm in. Show more settings. This is so funny. How did I get them up there? Because I want to move these plugs, but I don't know. I don't know how I got that. How did I get that? How did I get these up here? These options to stand up the top here, but I don't want them there. I want them. panels, general. Ah. Move to ungroup from container, hide more settings, show more settings. How did I get? Okay, this is odd. Gutenberg. See, these are some of the problems that you face, because I just don't. I've never done that before. Gutenberg block editor. Oh man, how did I do that? Where do I go to get that back again? Edit, select. Info. Definitely don't want code editor. Don't need those. Block manager. So this is where you can go in and turn off all your blocks that you don't want to use. Oh boy, I don't know how to get that back. Okay, I'm just going to stop the video because alright, so I figured it out. it's under toolbar. I did not want that top toolbar to appear, so that's where I kind of got a little bit stuck. So yeah, alright, so I've got the settings back above the blocks, so that's all good. Now what I wanted to do was just duplicate, but what I'll do is I will copy that and I'll just paste. Oops, not like that. So what I've done there is I've just added a paragraph block first, then I pasted in the that block again. So I've just gone to the three little dots here. I've copied that, and then again I've just added the paragraph, and then on my keyboard I've just gone Command V because I'm on a Mac, but on a PC it's Control V. Then that will basically pop in a new one as well. So that's pretty cool. Now there are a whole bunch of different key shortcuts. So if you go down to keyboard shortcuts in the settings menu, you'll see that there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can use for your keyboards as well, so this might be worth checking out. Alright, so I've got the three services there, the three main services, so we'll just call this service number one. Copy, paste. Now of course it just really depends on what your services are and stuff like that, so I'll keep that as that, so that's awesome. So the next section we're going to add is going to be the why choose us section. So container, back to plain again, and what I'll do is I'll use the advanced heading again. I will center align that, and we'll say our core strength, why choose us. Alright, so then I'm going to now add into that column. So this is my container here. So I'm going to be adding another block in here. This one's going to be a column. So I'll go again, advanced columns and grids, and I will go three across. Sweet. Might actually choose the grid layout here, and oh no, I'll go plain, just to keep it simple. And then I will create the first six, and then the first three, and then I'll add another. I'll just duplicate that. So in here, I'm going to have a lists. What are we going to do here? Let's just go into our available widgets and just see what we can do. I might just go an icon list for this, or okay, maybe an icon box. Let's go an icon box, because we can do certain things with this. So reason number one, this is awesome. So I'll copy that again, go over here, add a paragraph, paste, change that to reason number two, paragraph, paste again, reason number three. Then I'm going to duplicate that section. See how easy that was? Number four, number five, and then number six. Then what I'm going to do with the container, the overall container of this whole section, just stem out. Sometimes it's really hard to get out to the container. Going to go block background, and I will add a tint like that. Okay, so then what we're going to do after that is we're going to add another container, plain on that. And then this is going to be the testimonial section. So there's different ways to sort of do this. could do it as a slider, or you could just do it in like a grid, or like a column, similar to what we've got up the top here. We might actually do that. So to make things really, really quick and simple, is we'll just duplicate this whole section, and we'll say what's our clients say. Lovely out. Messages from, sorry, that was my son coming in. Lovely messages from our lovely clients. Again, I'm just making all this stuff up. Then I'll just go and change the background to maybe a darker color. I'll change that to white. Change the title to white, and I'll remove that block so it's just the one, and remove that block, remove that block, and I will remove that block. The logo's still there. I just got to go clean these up. Probably good to do that before you change the color. So, okay, so now we've got our three columns here again. Now, I think there is a testimonial block. So again, I might just go use the. You know what? I'm actually just going to get rid of these columns. That's right, I'm going to go into the okay, so what I might do is I'm just going to delete this column section because I don't need it. And I'll just go straight in and add the testimonial block, because it automatically gives us the 3, or let's just go with 2, because yeah, that's probably better. Hey, now with testimonials, what I like to do is I don't like to sort of put the whole testimonial, the whole wordy testimonial. What I like to do is I get the testimonial, and I usually get, say, a snippet out of that testimonial that might say, you know, like, wow, like, my life has changed for the great, like the best after using this service, right? And then I'll take that and then I'll just add that as the title of the testimonial. Something like this, you know, like I might go like, you know, 20% increase in wealth in only 3 months, something like that. So you take that snippet out of the core testimonial, and then that's the testimonial that you add. And then if you can get a picture of that person, that will make it easier. If it's a business that you're dealing with, then put their position, or you just turn that off. I normally just turn the position off, but again, it's up to you how you want to do it. And this one could be like, you know, my superannuation was fully recovered. Something like that. Okay. Great. So highly recommended. Something like that. Highly recommended. So what's happening here is that when the visitor comes to the site, they don't have to trawl through a whole bunch of like testimonial content to find out why that person's used them. You're just taking the snippet out of the testimonial of the main core benefit that that client got from using the service, and then you just basically put that as the testimonial, and it and then that's it. And then you've got that in the block, and that just keeps it nice and easy for people to read. And I might you know, increase the font size on that, so it's a much sort of in your face yeah, so it's just easier to see. What I might also do is I might just bold it, and so it really jumps out of the page, and then you put the first, Jane Doe and John Doe. And with this block, you can change the the column, so you can add in another testimonial if you want as well. But I'm just going to keep it to 2. So what I might do is I'll update the page so far, and we'll go check it out on the front end of the page. So we've got our main banner with our call to action. We've got our services sections here. We can add images if we want, or we don't have to. I like adding images because it just adds a little bit more of appeal, but it's up to you whether you want to do that or not. Then I've got the Why Choose Us section here. Then we get what our clients say, and then we're going to continue building out the rest of the page. So the next section we're going to have after that is who we are. So again, I'm going to add the container. Me and my container. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add columns again. I'm going to add another advanced column, so we've got the 2 structure. So over here I'm going to say I am going to get the I'm going to use the advanced heading again, because it's just a really nice block. I really like using it because it's just so cool. It's just so cool, so descriptive. So yeah, so this is going to be essentially going to be like, we support your financial future. Then there's going to be a bit of text under that, so I'm going to just grab these here, and we'll just drop that in there. Just space this out a little bit. And then in here I'm going to add an image. Now you could also put a video as well in here, so there'll be a video block, so you can add a video. Let me just go quickly do that. Just go to YouTube, and we'll just go finance, business. Again, this will be your particular video. So I'm going to go grab the URL of the video, and we're just going to go drop that in there, and then that will embed directly into our post. Very cool. All right, so I'll just and then I've got to add we've got to add a button, right? So what I'll do is I'll go and just copy this button here, and I'll just add it, just paste it down in here as well. Just align that to the left, so it's over there. And then this is going to be learn more about us. Something like that. Could be just shorter than that. Learn more. We'll just call it learn more. Cool. So I'll just update that so I can just save what we've done. And then the second last section was going to be our blogs. So again, I've added a container. This one is going to be post grid. Okay, so that's that so far. But what I will also do is I've got to add in a So again, you got to find the container, right? Because then you got to add the block inside the container. Make sure that you do that. So you're not going to see that. So I'll just change that to title, subtitle, and then I'm going to move that up to the top, and just actually wealth building strategies to help you reach your financial goals faster. Okay, cool, nice. So I'm gonna just keep that pretty much. I could put a background color on that, but I'm not sure yet. Now what we want to do is we want to add our final call to action section. So, and this is our call to action headline. You know what? I could just copy this, or duplicate it actually, and then I'll move it down all the way to the bottom. Now remember, our call to action was to book. I like to say ready to get started, question mark, book in, schedule your free financial consult today. And then this is schedule cool. Then I'm going to make this smaller because I don't want it to be as tall as the banner at the top, obviously. So I'm just going to get our block spacing padding top and bottom. I'll just go 0, 0, and we'll go see how that looks on the front end now. Just refresh that. Cool, nice. So this is also going to be our it's going to be like our footer is going to be down here as well, so we're going to build out that, and that's all in Gutenberg as well, which is pretty neat since the latest update. So as you can see, this didn't really take too long, right? So cool. So what I'm going to do now is I will come back to this. So this is just my core sort of build, and this is sort of showing you like the core main areas to have on your website, because really you want the site to work for you, right? So you want it to generate leads and all that sort of stuff. So there's other things that you can add in, like a another call to action. So you might give away a free ebook or something like that. So you might have another section down a little bit further, maybe between what our clients say and we support your financial future. Because if they've come all the way down here and they still haven't taken action, and really you should be putting call to action buttons, I should be putting them as well down in here, like another call to action button. So we'll copy that and we'll go down, and so call to action here is in the is in that. So you're constantly asking them to take action as they're going down the page. So So if they've gotten past all that, then you've got this free. You might have something free in between, say, your testimonials and your about section, just a little bit about the blurb about you, which then takes them off to obviously the about page. So you might have a section in there that it's like a free ebook maybe, or a guide, or some sort of thing that they, or it could be like maybe a 5-day financial checklist, a free checklist. That's another one. Or you could have a video series like 3 days or 2 days. Make it worthwhile. Like 3 days video tips on how to, basically take them from zero net wealth to something, something meaningful, or something that they can take action on. So that's the initial sort of design structure that I like to build in my websites, to sort of get, to elicit the desire, I guess, to really sort of sell a business. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to just fix up this sort of title page. I'm going to remove the title pages. I'm going to turn this this here into a reusable block, and then we're just going to continue on. I'm also going to make the home page the core home page. So if I click on the logo, it's still showing me the blog page, which I don't want. I want it to show the home page. So we'll do that as well. So let's go back into our dashboard. We'll go to Appearance, Customize. Then the first thing we're going to do is go into our pages. Then we're going to go and turn off the page title because we don't want the page title. And we want box. And also, we don't want a big gap between the content, so I'm going to go content area vertical spacing. What I might do is I might just go only bottom. Yeah. And I'll go back out of here, and then I will go into where maybe menus. Oh no. Page settings. This is where I want to change the home page to display as my home page. Cool, nice. Very cool. Okay, so I'll publish that. So now if I go and click the logo, that is now my home page. I've set it as the home page as what I've just built. Pretty neat, huh? So now, what we're going to do is we're going to continue on building the rest of the site out, other pages, and and then come back and tie everything back together again, and maybe add in some images and all that sort of stuff, just to make it look a little bit nicer. Maybe tidy up these benefits a little bit, and yeah, cool. All right, so let's go and get out of the customizer. So I've turned off the page title, I've made the link go to that, and then, that's right, what I was going to do is I was going to turn this here into a reusable block so we can use that on other pages, which is very, very handy. So what we'll do is we'll select the container, go to the little 3 dots, and we'll go Add to Reusable Blocks, and I'll call this Call to Action. I'll call it Call to Action section. So we'll save that, and now that is going to convert into a reusable block. So it doesn't change anything. Like, it still displays the same on the website. It's not going to sort of do anything, but I will show you the magic of it when we get to it in the next page. Alrighty, so let's move on to start building out the about page. So we'll go back to our dashboard and we'll go into Pages, Add New, and this will be called About. Cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a basically a header banner for the page title. So go to Container, Plain. Always set that to plain. Let me go in here and we'll go heading. Yeah, heading, and then I could use header, but I won't. I could use the header thing here, but I'm not going to. What I will do is I'll just use the standard. Actually, I'll just use the advanced heading because I'm using Stackable, right? So I'll just use the advanced heading for this. So again, I'm going to put about in there because that's the page title. Now we could put a description as well. You know, your financial future is financial success is our goal. I don't know. Again, I'm just making this up. Very, very blasé. What I'll do is I'll turn off the subtitle, so it's just the page title. Then I'm going to go back to the container settings, go to block background. This time I'm going to make it maybe sort of a blue, that bluish background color. Change this to white, and actually, you know what? No, I'm just going to go to a more darker color. Yeah, I'll use this darker color. Now again, I want to bring in the block spacing because I don't want this to be too tall. I want it to be nice and slim. And okay, so style, spacing, general, I want to be short, and cool. Okay, let's just keep going with that. And although there is a bit of a gap down here, which is really kind of annoying me, and I don't know why there is that gap. Maybe because there is that. There we go. Cool. Sometimes, and this is what I find with Gutenberg, sometimes is that there's these paragraph gaps, right? And then, so to get alignment and stuff, like, as you saw before, that about was sitting up a bit higher. So I had to go in. I had to just get rid of that paragraph block that was in there because that sort of made that gap, which is a bit annoying. So I just obviously had to change that. So anyway, what I'm going to do with this page banner is I'm going to turn this into a reusable block. Again, I'm going to call this page banner, or I'll just call it page title banner section, and we'll save that, and then we'll reuse that in the other pages. So it just saves us a lot of time having to but what I will do, this is what you have to do as well, is I want to convert it to a regular block. Okay, so once I've created it, I want to convert it to a regular block. It's super important that you have to do that, because if you don't do that on all the other pages, then first of all, every other page is going to say about on it. But secondly, if you update one of the pages, it's going to update all the other pages. So that's not going to be very good. Okay, so for our about page, we've got our we're going to be basically creating yeah, we're going to create the page title banner, which we've done. Then we're going to create a half text, half image, just similar to what we did with the home page with the video section. But I'll show you a video component with this, or a component, an idea with that. Then I'm going to add in a 3-column block with vision, mission, values, and vision of the business. Then under that, we're going to have meet the team with 3 columns of just bogus, just made-up team members. And then under that, we're going to have the call to action that we've created as a usable block. So let's go and build that. So we'll go and add a container. Then we'll go add a column. So we've got the 2 columns side by side, and in here I'm going to add a image. Yeah, over there. And what I'll do is I might go to the media library and add this image that I pulled in already. Nice. And then I'll go in here and add a advanced heading. Now, the About page is technically not so much about you as the business owner or the business owner itself or the business. It's about how the business helps the end user. So the wording has to be not about the business. In a sense, it has to be about the business, but it's about how the business helps the client. So if you get a copywriter, make sure that they really emphasize how your business serves the client and how and what it does in that regards. So so essentially, so in this block, I'm going to be like going, okay, so I've got to just explain the business, but it's for the client, right? So we help you gain financial freedom. And then again, a block of text. I'm just going to use the same block of text that I used before. Okay, awesome. Then another cool option with this is that you can vertically align the content to the column that you're opposing to. So this is going to be then center aligned to the image, which is really cool. So this is why I like using the stackable stuff, because it just has so many cool features in here. And even the pro version, if you get the pro version, it's well worth it because you get just a whole bunch of additional features with it as well. Okay, so that's the second section of how we help, and you could even do something like a stepped, like, this is how we do it, something like that, step 1, step 2, our process type sort of thing. I'm not going to add that into this, but you get the idea. All right, so let's go and add another container. Me and my containers, love them. Advanced columns and grid. This time it's going to be 3 columns. Now remember, this is going to be like, our mission. So I'm just going to grab these 2. Oops, I did not mean to put that in there. Our mission, again, as you can see, I'm adding a paragraph because this one's going to be our vision and this is going to be our values. Actually, what I might do is I might make this values and I might put vision over here, because I wanted to just demonstrate to you what you could do with this. So our values lie deep within the server. These are our core values, something like that. All right, and then we add another block, and this called icon list, and I will drop that down to 1, and just get rid of so it'll be just like professionalism, dedication. Again, I'm just making this stuff up. Results driven, and And the other cool thing is you can change the icons as well. So you can get a whole bunch of different icons here that you can choose from, which is really, really nice. So yeah, all the hand ones, professionalism, dedication will be, I don't know, what would you use for dedication? Something like, I mean, you could do a check. This could be a chart. So, you know, it's, and we support local charities. I don't know, that's probably not a value, but I just wanted to you know, put a nice sort of love heart, something like that. So that's kind of cool. All right, so what I might do is I'll put a block background on here and make that just stand out a little bit more, because, you know, just breaks it up a little bit. So that's awesome. So we've done our 3 value section, 3-column block. Now the next section is going to be the meet the team. So again, I'm going to use the advanced header. Meet your team. Because again, it's all about the client, right? I'm going to align that. Actually, we'll just generally align it. Financial experts that help you achieve your dreams, something like that. And then we'll go and add another block. Now I don't know if there's a team. There is a team, of course, a team member. So similar to the testimonials block, this just makes it so much easier again on how to add team members. Again, I could create 3 columns and then build them out, but why? You know, when you've got a block that is ready to go, it's just worth putting in. So now I'm going to show you a really cool thing. Now there was that plugin that I installed called Instant Images, and that pulls in content from the Unsplash website, right? So if I go to people and I go to portrait, what about landscape? Let's go this guy. It's looking very financially professional. We'll grab this guy as well, and let's go load more. And let's get this lady in here as well. Cool. So what that does is it brings the images into the media library. So now we can just choose this guy. We'll go and choose this lady, and we'll go and choose this guy that we brought in. Cool. And this can be John Smith, and he could be the director. Let's see. Financial advisor. This could be Jane Smith. Let's just say they're married. Manager. We'll call her financial assistant, something like that. And then this could be Gary Jones, and he could be just a financial analyst. Let's just do that. Then of course you can just put their financial analyst, and then you can put their descriptions in there. So, but I just will keep it like that, and then you can link their social media to them, or you can just remove the social icons out of that block. So I think if you go down to social, and then you just go and turn off and on what you don't want to show. So if you don't want Twitter or Instagram, you just want the Facebook, or if you want LinkedIn and just their email, I would say probably LinkedIn and maybe they're just their email, or just LinkedIn, because that's sort of more the professional. You could do email as well if you wanted to, so I'll keep it at that. And then, so the thing after that is we're going to add the call to action that we created before, right? So we want them to go through the page, and then at the bottom just to go, yeah, we want to take action now. So I'll go and add a browse all. Now, in the sidebar here, we go reusable. And now I want to get this call to action section. Cool. Nice. And actually, did I do something wrong there? Hang on a second. Oh no, I didn't do anything wrong there. So if I change anything in here, right? So if I go ready to get started, let's just say ready to build your wealth. Schedule your free financial consult today. So I'm going to publish this page. Oh, there's that double up publish thing that I was telling you about. Preferences. It's already turned off. I think it's because, yeah, that's why. Because it comes up like this is if you have the call to action, if you've made any changes to the call to action, then you can save it. So, which I've done, I'm going to do that. So I'll publish the page, I'll save, and now that's published. Now I go to the front end, and now let's see what's going to happen, right? So if I go view that page, so let's go, not preview, I want to view it. Let's just go to /about. That's really odd. Let's go back to our pages list, and oh wow, okay, we're still in draft mode. Let's go out of draft mode. We will publish that page. Publish. That's so odd. Because that should show up now in our menu. So if I go to about, right, so now I've created this beautiful page, as you can see. Now I've got ready to build your wealth. Now I've updated that on the about page, but let's go check out the home page. Oh, whoa, what? So that's what I mean by a reusable block. So I've updated it on the home page, on the about page, but it also updated on the home page because I'm using a reusable block. So it's basically using a just a section that you can place anywhere on your website, and you can update anywhere on your website, and you update it once, so in one place, and then that updates across the whole website. It's beautiful. It's really, really amazing. I love it. That's what I love about WordPress, and the ability that you can do what you can do with it. So okay, cool. So we've got the home and we've got the about page, which is amazing. So let's go ahead and now create the services page. So we'll go back into our dashboard, and we'll go to all pages, add new, and go to services. Cool. Now, do you know what we're going to add now? That's right, we're going to add a reusable block for the title banner that we created in the about page. So we're going to do this, we're going to take that. Now what do we have to do? The most important thing we have to do with this reusable block is we now have to convert it to regular blocks. And if we don't do that, then wherever we use this reusable block on other pages, it will show up and it will say if I added this and I didn't convert it, and then on the blog page I didn't convert it to blocks, it would still say about for both pages. Or if I change this to services, which I would do, then it would say services on the blog page as well. So that's why we need to unhinge it from the the reusable block component. The other beautiful thing about using reusable blocks is to create sections that you may want to use on other pages of your website, but you don't want to build them again. You just don't want to use the time to build them. So that's what I've used it for this purpose, because I don't want to build the top section all the time. So here we go. Services go in there. Wonderful. So quick. Okay, so the services page is going to have the 3 core services. So what I'm going to do with this though is I'm just going to stagger the services down the page. So like I had on the about page here, so I've got this half here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something that's going to be really quick. So I basically opened this up in a new tab, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go copy this container, right? Then again I'm going to come back to the services page editor, I'm going to add a paragraph, and then I'm just going to Command V on my keyboard, and then pops, and then that pops straight in, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the about page now because I don't need that open. So this one is going to be service number 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just again well, I'm going to go to the columns layout because I want it to be in the same container. So I'm going to go select the column block that I've got here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to duplicate it again. Okay, so this one's going to be services 2, and this is going to be services or service 3. Now, this is what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to convert, basically I'm going to just swap these over with each other. So I'm just going to drag this over there, and I'm going to get my advanced heading, and I'm just going to drag that into this column over there. Perfect. Then I want to go to my style, and I want to align that to the center of the content. So, and then that's it, right? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my reusable block for the call to action section. All right, and I'm not going to convert that to regular blocks because I want this to be a section that I can update across the board. So I don't mind if it's not converted to regular blocks. But I only did that for the title page because I wanted to change the title so it wouldn't show up on other pages. So, okay, so that was really quick, right? So I'm going to publish this page now and go back to the site. Now services will pop up here in the menu, and I'll go to services, and now we've got just a beautiful, nice little services page ready to build further on. So the next page I'm going to build is the blog page. So it's going to be blog. Again, I'm going to go and add my reusable page title banner. I'm going to unhinge that so I can call this blog. I may even call it. Actually, I might bring the subtitle back again for this. So then what I can write here is financial. Actually, I can just get that from the home page, whatever I wrote at the top of here. Just grab that and I'll paste that in there. Sweet. And I'll continue on with the build. So okay, so I'm going to add the container. Me and my containers. Now this is cool. So This is going to be from one of the other plugins that I use, which is the Ultimate Gutenberg block plugin. This will add a post grid format to my blog page, so which is going to be really neat. So let's go post grid. There it is. Pop that in there. Nice. I use this on the home page as well, so we'll be using this again. So we can have, like, you know, over in the settings here, we can show different things. So you know, post per page, so we can have you know, 6. I'm going to change that to 9, so there's going to be 9 posts showing. It's going to show by the order of the date, so the most recent, in descending order. Columns will have it in 3, which is really great. We'll equalize the heights of each, so that if one snippet is longer than the other, it just has a better output. I am going to put post pagination, so if you know, if it goes to, like, obviously it reaches the 9, if there's like 20 posts on there, then it will allow you to see the next pagination. I might align the pagination. You won't see it yet because there's nothing to show. And featured image, yes, I'll have that on there, which you can't see because this post doesn't have a featured image. And that is that. Well, before I do that, I'm going to add the call to action again. Nice. Let's publish that. Go have a look at that on the home, on the front end. Go to blog. Perfect. Awesome. So obviously all the other posts will show up here when they get added, and I will show you how that all works, and the featured image and how that all looks as well. So the last page we're going to build is the Contact Us page, or the contact page. Actually, this is not the last page. So contact page, again, what are we going to do? Reusable block. No, it's not going to be the call to action. Going to it's going to be the page banner. I'll unlink that and I'll go get in touch. Our financial advisory team is ready to talk to you today. Something like that. Just some way to generate some sort of, like, oomph. I didn't unhinge that, did I? No. You can tell that because it's put into a shorter container. So alrighty, so typical things that we have on a contact page. Now this is a really simple contact page. I'm not going to go into greater detail on all the other things you can do with contact pages, but this is just going to be a really simple one with a contact information on one column and a contact form on the other. So let's go build that. Container, advanced columns. Over here we're going to have a form. So we've got Fluent, right? We've got our Fluent form. So I'm going to use the Fluent form. I'm going to select the contact form demo, the one that's already pre-set up in here. So I'll keep it like that. Then over here I will put another advanced heading and okay, contact details, something like that. We'll hold the subtitle, and then I'm just going to do an icon list for this one because it's really cool. Style, go to 2. This one's going to be, let's just put a Queensland based phone number, 075555555, just making this up. this icon's going to be a phone icon. Let's do a really cool one like that. You might have, I don't know if you have fax. Some people do. Let's just pretend that you do. 5555 7777, because it's usually a different number, but nobody really has faxes these days, but some people do. So I would be remiss if I didn't put that in. Then I'll put, like, 163 Test Street, Gold Coast, Queensland 4214, because that's where I am. And I'll put, this one's going to be a map marker. So just grab that. And then you may want to put in an email address, like, email at firestonecapital.com.au, and then the icon will be an envelope. Should I just put like a nice little envelope icon there for email. And yeah, that's pretty much how I'm going to roll with that. Might actually make things a little bit bigger, so we'll go 20 on that. Icon size, let's go 30, so it really stands out. Maybe change the icon color to the blue. Yeah, I'll get that through. That looks nice. And that is that. That's all I'm going to do. You could add a map in as well if you wanted to. There is a Google Map option in here as well. So go 123 Test Street. That's not going to really do anything. Let's put a real address. I don't know. 12 Main Beach Parade, Gold Coast. Yeah, we are. Let's just pretend that we're there. So you can sort of you can set your zoom, all that sort of stuff. I sort of like to get in a little bit closer, like 18 or something like that. Change the height, but I might keep it at 300. And that will be that. So I'm going to publish that. Oh, hang on. What was that? Save changes. What did I save? I don't know what happened then. Okay, so let's go to the front end now and go see what we've done. So something's gone on here. Hasn't updated. Let's go back to our all pages list and contact. Okay, there it is. Contact pages now. Hit the menu and there it is. Nice, nice, nice. Cool. Okay, and that's a sort of a that's a yeah, it's a movable map. That's so cool. Cool, huh? All right, so that's nice, and then you got your contact form here, which is pretty neat. So what I might do though is with that contact form block, I might put a background color on it, just so that it's just so that I can just so I can sort of see something in the background. Advanced column layout style, general. So it looks like let's go to basic. Basic will give us a sort of like a nicer kind of like a box that that puts it in. So what I've found with this particular column section, and it's fine for what I've used in the other pages, but it doesn't give me the ability to really style the individual column background colors. So let's go have a look. I'm just going to go in here, columns. Let's go to advanced columns for the for another plugin. So yeah, so this particular plugin, which is the ultimate Gutenberg blocks plugin, it does give you the ability to change the specific column background color, and it can do other various things with it as well, which is pretty neat. But the one that I'm using for the Stackable, it doesn't give you that option. You can only do sort of that layout, that basic layout with that sort of that background. But if you want to just style things a little bit differently, then I would use the column block for the Gutenberg, the ultimate Gutenberg. My brain's starting to hurt. So plus there's other stuff that you can do with. You sort of like play around with different sort of plugins to get different sort of outcomes, I guess you could say. So yeah, the one thing that I have found with this particular columns plugin though is that you actually the really cool thing about this is actually you can reverse the columns on tablet and mobile, which is really good. But the thing that it's lacking is if you've got content in one column, the other content, and you want to align it vertically, you can't do that with this free version of the Gutenberg blocks add-on, but you can do it with the Stackable plugin. So it's but there is one thing caveat about the Stackable one, is that it also on mobile, like if you've got an image and text and then text and image on the next row, on, let me just show you quickly. Let's go to the about page. I'll move this down. No, it's on the home page. Sorry, go to services page. So see how we got these stacks. So we got text and then we got image, text on the left, image on the right, and then image on the right. Sorry, image on the left, text on the right. So we go down to mobile, right? This is what happens is what we want to do is we want to have the image above the service 1, and we want the image above the service 2 like it is, and we want the image above the service 3, right? So, but we can't do that. There's no mobile responsive settings for that with this particular column block with WP Stackable. So, so you're kind of stuck with this either or situation. So to get around pretty much doing the mobile responsive side of things, so I might just close down here. We'll go back to services. Then what we can do is let me just go have a look to see what we've got here in terms of the options out of the box for mobile. Yeah, we don't really have that much at all, really. And okay, now I'm just trying to find where that advanced blocks. Block manager. Preferences, no. Okay, I'm going to just move on from this because we'll address this at a later stage. Because yeah, what I had before on another site is that I was building had this advanced section down the bottom, and it allowed me to display things at different breakpoints. So I could hide this section on mobile, display it on desktop, and I just seem to have it's not here. so I'll be back. Let me come back to you. Okay, so I figured it out. So what we need to do is we need to use a different section to build out these services pages, or this service page. So and the reason being is because it doesn't really, the stackable container is really good in some cases, but it's not so great in others. So in the case of our mobile responsiveness, we need to use the this section block. And what this does is it gives us the ability to display these conditions. Okay, so yeah, so we're going to have to kind of, and I think columns. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to use the this particular setting here. So okay, so what we'll do is I'll move this up to the top, and I will I'll copy this. Copy that, paragraph, paste, and I'll remove these. I'll move this container because I'm not using it anymore. Cool. Then I'm going to go up to the column level, and I want to duplicate these columns. Cool. So we're using the no, I want all the blocks, not all. No, just that. And that's my kids in the background making lots of noise, of course. As you do, as it happens when you work from home. So this is the get with blocks. So I'm using the section, and I'm using the column. Yeah, I think I'm using the column one. I may not be using the column one though. Doesn't look like I am. I think I'm just using the standard column block. which is this one here under design. So anyway, so the point of why I'm doing this is for mobile responsiveness. So I'm going to move this over to that column, and then I'm going to move this over towards this column. Cool. Then of course I need to vertically align the content. So it does have that option as well, just like before. So now what we need to do is we need to duplicate, say service 1, service 2, service 3. So what we need to do is we need to duplicate service 1, duplicate, and then actually no, what we'll do is we'll remove that block and we will just duplicate service 2, but we'll call it service 1, and we will duplicate service 2 again, not the image, the whole the whole section, duplicate service, and that's going to be service 3. Okay, so then on the service 1 row, I'm going to go to advanced, display, responsive, and I'm going to hide this on mobile, and I will display it on tablet, and I'll keep it on tablet and desktop. And then I have to come back down to this column section, go to responsive, and I want to hide it on tablet and on desktop. Don't want to show. Then service 3, I want to hide it on desktop and tablet. I want to show it on mobile. And then I want to hide this one on mobile, because I don't want that layout to be shown. So if we come back to the services page, so we've got the layout here, like we've got that we've designed here. Also need to get a bit of padding on that top now, because it just needs some padding at the top, doesn't it? So style, padding top will go custom, and we'll go 40 at the top. So that gives a bit of space. Nah, 40 is not enough. I'll go 75. Okay, cool. So as you can see, we got them staggered like that, right? So that's what we want to show on desktop, and it's going to inspect, and we'll go to the mobile. So on desktop, we've got them staggered. On tablet size, we've got them still staggered, but then when it gets down to mobile view, watch what happens. So the image shows at the top. Image shows at the top of service 2. Cool. So that's working. So that's basically how you would do that for your mobile responsive. Nice. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, that's cool. Excellent. So yeah, so there's some really good benefits of using the get with blocks over the stackable ones. That's why I have get with in there, because then I can play and use different blocks, and for getting different results. So alrighty, so I've updated that page already. So look at that, we've got a whole website in just over an hour, right? So yeah, now I'm going to go set the menu so that the menu basically looks somewhat normal. So we'll go into appearance menus. I've also got to set up the footer as well. So we go to appearance menus, and then we create a main menu. So So this is going to be the main menu. Then we're going to show this on our header. Actually, I don't know whether we need to show that. We'll just go see if that's done that. Oh wait, actually I think I might have to. Header menu 1. Then I will select all those. Don't know why home page isn't there, but I'll get that. So home, about, blog, about services, blog, and contact. That's the general layout that I have in the menu. So now you see that that's now changed really nicely. If we go to inspect and go to mobile again. So the mobile menu flies out like that, which is really nice. So what we're going to have to also do is assign that to the mobile menu. So then the mobile menu shows what we have in the in there. Now you'll notice that the button hasn't come across into the mobile menu. Well, we can fix that. So going back to our header here, and you'll notice there's a section, an option down here called mobile header. So we'll select that, and now we've got the off canvas menu. All right, so we've got our logo, got our trigger over here. I can add stuff into this off canvas. So I can now add a button into that. So now that button is showing. And if I wanted to, I could add a bit of HTML in there as well. So say for example I wanted to display the phone number 07555. Now I don't know whether that's going to be styled very well because it's not. If we go to design, the font color we can change to white, so that shows up as white. Excellent. So it doesn't have an icon though, unfortunately. We can't really do much with adding an icon in there. So there's a few limitations with that. You could get an image of an icon and pop that in there if you want, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep that. I will increase the font size though of the phone number. Oh, and you will need to add a link to that. That needs to be linked to the tel version of that phone number. So TEL 0755555555. So then that then becomes a clickable link. But so far, so that's cool. We'll work with that. So on mobile now, it's got to refresh the page. We've now got the free console button, and we've got the button. We've got the phone number, so they can call or get the free console straight off the gate in mobile. So okay, so now the footer. We've got to build the footer out, don't we? Because the footer just is not yet complete, and we've got to get that sorted because there's no footer yet. So again, we can go into our footer, and I like to just use widget areas. So widget 1, widget 2, and widget 3. Now you can set it to display more widget columns if you want. But you know what, I'm just going to keep it simple and just have only 3. When you change it, it will drop out the widgets. So you're just going to be careful with that. Cool, we'll go change the copyright stuff, and we'll change this to, what's the business name? Firestone Capital. have an ACN number, and we might have a financial services license number, something like that. Cool. So just things that you'll probably need for your business. Then we can go in and create these as just blocks, which is pretty sweet. So the first one is going to just be just going to go heading. This one will be called quick links. Just use this one. Main menu. Nice. Again, I'm just flying through this, so it's so we just get this sort of done. We set this up really quickly, and yeah, we'll have that as a H2, and that's fine. So widget 2 area, we will again put in a heading. Got this latest posts, latest blogs. There's kind of really nothing there other than just the one that we've got. Then in widget area number 3, this is where we'll get a little bit more creative. Heading, contact us. Icon list. This kind of works, but it sort of doesn't really. So we want to go get our contact information again, so then we can put it in. And I think we had the email address there too, didn't we? Now you won't see the icons, right? And you're going to get this column thing going on here. Now that's because we can't see the full settings of this this block here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of the customizer here. I've set this up, and we'll go to our widgets section to complete this, because we'll get this sidebar block editor here, so we can do some extra stuff with this. So we'll go into the block here, we'll take that down to one column, and then we can change the icons. So we've got phone, change that to that. This is going to be fax, just like what we did before in the, this one's going to be map marker, map mar, and this one's going to be envelope. We used that one before, didn't we? Then we're going to save that, and we're going to go and hopefully we'll see stuff. So obviously we're not seeing the quick links here, right? So I don't know why that's not working. So let's go back to our Customiser, and we'll go to footer, widget area 1. Okay, the menu dropped off. Cool. Okay, great, fantastic. So we've got our quick links, we've got our footer, we've got our latest blogs that pull in. Awesome. Sweet. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to go and now spruce up some of this. So I'm going to quickly show you how to you know, adding images, and we're going to maybe change the headline here and all this sort of stuff, and just and we're going to also link these to the various services on the services page, and we might even fix these why choose us, and throw in a couple of extra blog posts, and then I'm going to call it a day on it, because it we got this space down there. My kid's in the background, sorry.
Hello.
My
collar.
Okay, so I just had my my young son come in and visit. So let's go in and make some changes to this this home page, because get some images and stuff like that. So we'll change this background image here from from a dull sort of color to a actual background image. So we'll go in here and we will go to instant images, and let's just go, I don't know, wealth, I don't know, just see if we can find something in here. Wow, that's just cool. This gets a bit tricky looking for images, but I'm just going to find something that just, I don't know, just encapsulates something. Let's go landscape on these, so we don't, I want to use a landscape image, not a portrait. Make sure we use that. Okay, let's go this one here. And we'll select that, and that will then come into the background. Now we've got media tint, so let's bring that. So the tint has to be kind of a little bit darker. Let's just maybe go custom, we'll go black, just so we can kind of see this. So it's going to be white, obviously. It needs to be white for that. Subtitle needs to be white as well. The button needs to be white so we can see it, and you know, we could just say partnering with you for financial success. Again, I'm just making this stuff up, but professional wealth planning advisory service, something like that, what you do. I may even make the title a bit bigger, so it's just a bit more like bolder in your face. The subtitle size, I'm going to make that about 25, 26. Nice. So I'll update that. Let's go have a look on the home page. Awesome. So it's really starting to come alive. Excuse me. It's really starting to come alive now with, you know, might even drop that down so that it's on 2 lines. So then it's just a little bit more like that. Nice. Then, you know what, I'm just going to keep this the same as the other. So I'm just going to keep that. I'm not going to have images. I'm not going to show images there. You can if you want, but I'm just going to keep it really simple, that these are the core services. Now what I will do though is I might add a might add a heading to this as well. So see, again, it's not about like saying, you know, our services, boom, here it is. It's all about writing content for the end user, the lead, the prospect, the person who you want to attract to become a client, right? So you need to, all your language has to be about you, your, everything like that. But so then it's not so much about you as the business owner, because people don't care about you, the business. They only care about what's in it for them and what they're going to get out of your service. And if you've got the right words to say, yeah, we've got everything that you need, come on in, they will then go, okay, I'll go. So that's what you kind of want to do around your content, is make it more about them, your lead, your prospect, your ideal client. So we have all your financial needs covered. You know, don't get stuck with doing wealth building the old way, something like that. I don't know. Again, I'm just making this stuff up. So then you got your services. What I might do is I might change these buttons to ghosts. Ghostly buttons. I just like ghost buttons for some reason. It's just sort of kind of cool. And then the button text will be, you know, learn more. Cool. Now the why choose us. What I might do is I might go align the icon to the left and my kid's in the background. That's just probably not right, but 40 years in business, something like that. The icon for this could be, I don't know, might actually just drop that down to the next line so that it's in line with that. Reason number 3 could be you know, $200 plus 5-star reviews. That could be a star. Yeah, really not that great. Let's just remove that and we will duplicate this. And anyway, you get the point, right? I'm just going to keep it like that. I'm not going to really go into great detail about that, but that's fine. I choose us. put our clients say, all good, and our financial tips. What I might do, just to create a bit of contrasts on this column, might just add a slight background, just I don't know, ever so slightly. Maybe slight grey. F7 I like to use, so it just sort of breaks that this blog post section up. Cool. Okay, nice. You know what? I'm just going to literally keep it like this. So, maybe change the color of the icons to a different color. Style, icon color, I'll just change it to that. Just so they jump out a little bit. Oops, style. Sweet. Nice. Okay, so this video is really getting on, isn't it? It does. See, this is what goes into building a website. It's not just your straightforward. There's a lot of thought process that goes into it. And I've been building sites for quite a long time, so it takes time. So, okay, so about, okay, fine. Services again, okay. Now I did say that I was going to link these service buttons to the various services of the pages. So what I'll do is I'll go and edit the service page. Now I'm getting tab centric. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to create an anchor link to this column. So we've got this thing under advanced called HTML anchor, right? So what I then want to do is I just want to go serve, let's go service 1 on that anchor. We'll go service 2 on that anchor. Sorry, no, I'm going to need to go service 1 on that anchor as well. Going to have to go service 2 on that anchor. Go service 3 on that anchor. And on this anchor I have to go service 3 as well. Cool, so I'll update that. Then on these buttons here under learn more, I need to link to the service page. So let's just go see if those actually work. So we'll do this, we'll refresh the page and I'll go hash service 3. Okay, that doesn't work. Maybe I need to update the page first. Maybe. Service 2. See, service 2 worked. Service 1 works. Service 3 didn't work. Okay, so there's something going wrong with service 3. So that's got the anchor, that's on the columns. Service 1. The problems we face sometimes. Interesting. It's bizarre how service 1 and service 2 are working, but service 3 isn't. Anyway, let's go service 1 there. Service 2, yeah. And service 3. Oh no, I didn't set that. You gotta make sure you set them. Otherwise they don't, once you click out of them, they don't save. So if I go here, it takes me to service 1, it takes me to service 2, and that doesn't work. Why doesn't that work? That's weird. How about I just put that down there? I don't get it. I'm not getting this. But this is why. Okay, so I've just changed it to serve 3 rather than service 3, because I don't really know why that's not working, but perfect, cool. That's great. So that's all working now. Now what I want to do is I want to go back and create a few posts. So I'll go add new. Blog post number 1. Okay, this is where we get the image from. So let's, for ease, just use the same image. And then we need a whole bunch of text. So we need, let's go like 20 paragraphs. Copy the texts, paste that in there. I'd add an image in here just to make this blog post a little bit more interesting. Publish that and add new again. Blog post number 2, and again we'll just dump all that text in, and this time it's just going to be a blank page. Let's use that image this time. Publish that. Hello world, we will go in and update this and add in a feature in image. We'll just upload this. Why not? Sweet. So now what we've got is we've got 3 blog posts now here. That's annoying. Now one of the images is taller. It's always good to get consistency, and then if we click on the blog post, we can go through and check it out. That one has more images in it. That one really doesn't have much in it, and yeah, and then if we go to the blog page, we will see the similar thing. So it's always good to get images that have the same kind of dimensions, rather than having them different, because yeah, it's just better that way, I think, personally. Let's go replace the image. Business. We want landscape. Let's get this one. So featured. And hopefully that will fun times. So yeah, yeah, that's fun. That's so annoying. So annoying when that happens. So yeah, anyway, you get the idea. So so that's the blog, and yeah, anyway, I'm just going to leave it at that in that sense of it, in just the design and the that. But I'm just going to go over a couple more things just to finish up. Obviously, SEO. There's a bit of that, and also there's a gap between. Let's go fix that up. It's only because there's like probably a block up there. Yeah, see, gotta remove these blocks. It's just a little bit annoying. So then that's good. That's good. So you go through. So there was one other thing that I was going to do, which is to create a contact thank you page. So let's go ahead and do that now. Add new, and this will be called contact queue. Thank you. Container. Advanced heading, center align. Then I'm going to go thank you. Now, this is where it gets very interesting. Remember that plugin I mentioned earlier called Get Params? You may not have remembered, but go back to the beginning of the video and you'll see it. But there's a shortcode that I'm going to paste in. That says this. Okay. Now, what I like to do is on my thank you page, I like to have it so that it's a little bit more interesting rather than just a thank you name. And this is the cool thing about this, is that we're going to personalize the thank you page. Okay, so but what I like to do is I just like to add extra stuff in here that just makes it more interesting. So I'm going to paste in here. While you wait, get the blog post in there just to spruce that up a little bit, and then with the block background, let's just do that. I'm not going to go too crazy on the design. I'll leave that up to you. Now I'm going to publish that, which is awesome. So the important thing is the F name, and I'm going to give you an example. Just going to show you how all of this works. So we're going to go back into our Fluent Form settings here. We are using the contact form demo. So I'm going to go in and edit this. I'm going to change the name of this just to contact form. Now, I'm not going to ask for their first and last name. Well, actually I can. Let's just go in and The problem with this though, is with this particular field, is that we can't we can set an attribute, which is what we need that fname attribute to link to. Close that down. I think I've updated that, haven't I? Yes. So the attribute that we need to set it at is the fname attribute in our shortcode. Okay, so that's what we need. Is there supposed to be a... I don't know if there's supposed to be another parentheses after that. I think there is. I think there might be, yeah. So we're going to use this variable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a container here. I'm going to go 2 columns, and this one I'm going to add in a simple text in here, and this is going to be the first name. And over here, I'm going to put a simple text in there, and this will be the last name. So same form sort of structure, but it just means that I can get that I can get the name attribute, okay, which is what I need. So I'm going to call this fname. And I'm not going to really do anything with the last name. I'm just going to keep that. And that's all I'm going to do with that. Now I'm going to go to settings and integrations, and form settings. So confirmation type, we want it to go to a page, contact thank you. Then we want to pass the field data via query string. So what's going to happen here is it's going to be fname equals, then I've got to go get the first name value, which is inputs.fname, which is what I need. And that's it. That's all I need to do. Save the settings. And that should be that. Now, what is going to happen? All right, what was the purpose of all of this? So let's go and test to see if this works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out the form. Let's put in my info here. Financial help. Hello, I need some wealth help, please. And I don't know why I've got these text inputs there. Ah, I know why, because the other, yep, okay. Yeah, I do know why. So let's go redo this again. So Paul, Blocksy, OUL at, no, I'll just do my short, actually I'll do my other email address, wpgenie.com. Subjects, wealth, help, hello, I need some wealth help. There we go. Now, this is where the magic will happen. Hopefully, if it works. So I'll submit the form, it'll then take me to the thank you page, and this is breaking. Okay, so it's getting the query string up here. All right, so it's obviously not picking up this shortcode, or something's going wrong with this shortcode. So we need to go back and change this. Maybe it's not working because it's in that header field, and I just I can only use a paragraph. So let's just see if this works. It's not working. Okay, let's go to get params WordPress plugin. Okay, so this is the shortcode that I need. Paste that in, fname. Alrighty, so now that's working. So let's now see if this works by popping that in there. Oops, I need to change this to fname. Don't I? Yes. Yes, I do. Yay! Okay, cool. So the shortcode has got to be that particular shortcode there. It somehow buggered up on my end. I don't know why. Display get parent name equals f. Yeah, something was going on. Anyway, so that's the shortcode you need. So why is this important? So the important thing is because I've got it personalized. So I've now got a personalized thank you page. Makes it so much nicer, right? To show their name on the thank you page of their contact, because it just, I don't know, it just makes the journey a little bit better. That's what I think anyway. So rather than just having a thank you for your form submission, we'll get back to you soon. It just makes it nicer by just giving them their name, just saying, hey Paul, or hey first name. And that's essentially just picking it up from that first name field in Fluent Forms. So how cool is that, right? So what now do we need to cover? SEO, I just want to touch on that a little bit. So let's go back to our home page and go to the home edit screen, or the home page edit. Don't know why that's there, we'll just update that. So we put in Rankmath before, remember we put in Rankmath? So now Rankmath has put a plugin for SEO, right? So Rankmath has put this SEO plugin settings here in our page editor, and we access that by clicking on that little icon up the top here where it says Rankmath when we hover over it. So now what we want to do is so up in the title here that you can see me hovering over, it's got home, Filestone, capital, and that's it, right? But what if we want to have some extra keywords in there? So we can do that by editing the snippet, the preview snippet here, or edit the snippet here. So what we need to do is just click on edit snippet, and then we can change this here. So let's go, what I might do is I might keep the financial capital here. I'll pipe that there, and I'll go wealth building, support, and if, I don't know, you might be on the Gold Coast, for example. So you might want to put in the location, wealth building support, or financial services support, whatever. You have to figure out what your keywords are. This tells us that we're just in the green here, so we're using up 54 out of the 60, so that we're perfectly in the green. Then the description, we want to, if we leave that blank, it will pick up the first content it sees on the website. So what we want to do is we want to add our own custom, so it could be like, are you looking for wealth building strategies to assist you with your future financial goals. Book in for a free wealth session. Actually, that would probably be a free wealth strategy session. Something like that. So all I need to do now is just click the X, and then that is now updated. So I'm not going to go into great detail about Rankmath and SEO, because this video is just going on for a long time. But you can now see that the title of the page is now changed to Wealth Building Support Gold Coast Firestone Capital. And if you look at the page source, you'll see now that the Twitter description, the OG description here, is now the description that we've created, which is the "Are you looking for wealth building strategies to assist you with your financial goals?" Awesome. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. That's been a pretty long video on how to, let's see if that works. Yep. On how basically I build websites and the process behind it. Now, I don't always use Gutenberg. I use other page builders. I use Oxygen. And I use Elementor as well. But I'm really starting to find Gutenberg is really starting to deliver the goods in building basic websites and building sites out really quickly. And if you're in a position that you've got all your content ready to go, you can just build this out really quickly. Or you can give it to me and I'll build it out for you. But essentially that's really like the structure of the site that and I might add more things in depending on the business that I'm working with. But because this is just a dummy business, I just wanted to show you the overall sort of aspect to how I build sites. So, and of course, all of this is not really styled very well, so things can be styled a lot better. But as you can see, it's really easy to build out a site using Gutenberg, WordPress, and with a lot of free plugins and free theme, and you can get something going really good off the bat. You just need to know what you're doing, and you just need to sort of have an idea of obviously what kind of things will compel a site visitor to take action with you in your business. That's the biggest thing, is getting somebody to come to the website and then converting that visitor into a business client, like a customer. And that's the key, right? So, and that just comes down to simple things like trust factors. Like, for example, I didn't have a phone number up here as well. Like, I'll probably add a phone number into the header. So it's easy for them to contact people. I did add that on the mobile, as you saw. But yeah, like, if you get Google reviews, you'll put Google reviews, like a Google reviews plugin, and then you'd show that you've got that. Then just other things like why they should choose you. Like what are the main differences. And you may even add another section here. I mean, of all the different industries that you service as well. Like you might be a cross industry, so you might have another section saying like, these are the industries that we service. And so if somebody's looking for your service within their industry, then they're going to be more likely to do business with you, because they can sort of see that you provide services for that particular industry. So there's a lot of different other aspects to the website you can add to. So if you can get images for your testimonials as well of real people, even better. But that is it, guys. I'm going to leave it there because this video has gone on for well over 2 hours, I think now. But I just hope that has given you a really good kind of like really good overview of how to build a site using free plugins with WordPress and the Gutenberg editor in WordPress as well, like the class, just the general editor. So, and just how far it's come along now in its development, and what you can do with building beautiful WordPress sites for your business. All right, well, thanks for watching, and if you have any comments, comment below, or if you want to reach out to me to talk about your website, then get in contact with me at Gold Coast Business Websites or wpgenie.com, goldcoastbusinesswebsites.com.au. That's my business website, and we can have a chat and discuss with you about your website needs. All right, thanks for watching. see you later and take care. Bye for now.